Hi, this is Roger Conrad, editor of New World, and what I want to talk to you about today is a few things that we put up on the site that I think are worth your attention. Of course, the last several months we've been talking a lot about green energy, alternative energy. In my opinion, I think we're seeing a period where demand for alternative energy is basically insatiable. We have in roughly 30 states mandates that require the major utilities there to dramatically ramp up their use of alternative energy. And when I say alternative energy, I mean things like biomass, solar, wind, of this nature, not coal, not natural gas, and not even nuclear in most of these states. So there's a tremendous demand for these things. On the other hand, right now, these sources of energy contribute only about 3% of our total electricity supply in the United States. So many of these mandates are for 20% over the next 10 years. That's going to require, even coming anywhere close to that, is going to require a pretty dramatic investment. And that's very good for the companies that are involved in those businesses. And we've been pointing you towards a number of those going forward. An article that I wrote recently was visiting Nova Scotia in Canada and was able to visit a power plant that runs on the tides, which they're planning on pretty much dramatically ramping up going forward. It's being put into place by a company called Nova Scotia Power, which is a unit of Emera, a major Canadian utility, but our preferred play is actually in the portfolio right now, and that's a company called Alstom. It's the French major engineering company, and has its hands in many pies, including clean coal or carbon sequestration, a process that will remove the carbon dioxide from coal emissions and thereby make coal plants much more economic. So it's got its hands in that pie. It's got its hands in the tidal power pie. It's got its hands in a lot of different things that are going to be tremendous winners going forward. So that's one thing. I also want to call your attention to some of the alerts that we've had. We've had some pretty tremendous gainers in New World over the past year or so, and actually our founding date was when Lehman Brothers went down, which was in September. So it's by tapping into these long-term trends, by tapping into these trends that have really transcended the recession, we've been able to do very well. We took a profit in a company called Vale, a major minerals company. Yannis Mostros, who's an associate editor of New World, recently also has an article up on the site from this month about minerals and natural resources that I think anyone interested in these businesses is going to want to read. We've seen some gains, though, in these. We took a profit in that, and now we're going to take a profit or sell half our shares of AES Corporation, another company that we've had very strong luck in. So we're, if you're subscribing to the site, if you're buying the portfolios, be sure to check out these alerts. We don't do a whole lot of buying and selling because we really want to get tapped into these trends that are, again, transcending the recession, transcending the downturn in the global economy and credit crunches and so forth. And that requires buying and holding, but occasionally we do take profits. And again, this is an example of one that has been a huge winner for us since we added it last November. So check it out on the site. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to chatting with you next time.